Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today I have a very interesting video. This is gonna be my third episode in the series, and I'm really happy how much of you like the videos, and I really appreciate your feedback. And I'm still expecting from you to give me um, any photographers that I would like to review, or if you have any request regarding contemporary or fine art photography, I would love to hear it, and I would love to um, talk about it and do research on it. Um, I have I have some ahead of schedule plans for specific photographers, but that doesn't mean that I can just skip one and just do a requested photographer. So today, um, I want to skip the more academic photographers, and I really want to talk about a photographer that I really love, um, and I've been following for years, and his work is really amazing and very unique. Um, he means a lot to me because I've been in his similar situation. I will explain. What the situation is. But I want to talk about, you probably all know him from Instagram as the guy who puts his dog on things, especially Maddie. Maddie is his dog, and I'm gonna talk about Theron, and I love his work. I've been following Theron since many years on Instagram, and I love his journey, and he always makes me laugh, and his work is so soothing to me, and I want to talk about his work in a more academic way, and I will explain why. So let me dig deep into his work. So I love his work because his book, this book in particular, is not just about Maddie being on top of things and being cute, which is true. But I want to share his work because he followed his gut feeling. Um, he used to be, and I think he still is. I'm not sure, but he used to be a product photographer like me, and the whole repetition of this job, which I totally agree with him, can make a photographer think a lot about his contribution as a photographer, and that gives me the opportunity to say some things, because I really felt many times I felt really low, and I really wanted to contribute and create something unique, and perhaps, I don't know, exhibit my work or make a book, and because I really felt that being a product photographer, and especially a product photographer where you cannot show your work to the world, because most of personally me, like, most of my work is licensed stuff, so I cannot really show and advertise my technique and my skills online because I am under certain contracts, and I can't show my work. So I don't have the how can I say that? I don't show my work, so I don't receive feedback from my work, and that brings me down sometimes because I want to share my love for photography. I want to share my thoughts and my skills, and I want to see people's reaction. And because this is why we do it, like, we take pictures and we want people to look at them and see their reaction and see how they will read the photograph. So yes, I understand why he, as a product photographer, felt that need to do something more and something new. And I love his work because I got this connection with his situation. So he started. I mean, his main project started. He wanted to travel the United States and to um, connect with the people that he will visit or bump into, and he will meet new people, and that was his whole purpose, was to go visit every state, make friends, and take beautiful pictures, and his work actually, the whole thing with Maddie, with his dog, um, started kind of like an accident. I think this was the first one. I'm not sure. I think this is the first one. I still didn't throw through much. Yeah, this was like one of the first ones that he took of her on a car, and then throughout and you can see that like one of his first pictures, like it's her like upside down. Like he didn't start with this project with this specific concept in his mind. He was just taking pictures, and he started realizing that Maddie likes to actually, she's pretty well balanced on things, and that became a thing. And he would still go and visit the United States and travel. He would still meet people, but in the meantime, he would do this kind of work, right? He would find odd spots and he would take picture of Maddie, and essentially this became his I don't want to say mascot, but this became kind of his theme, his icon. That's how I would put it. This, not necessarily Maddie, but Maddie on top of a thing. That became his icon. His how can I say, his proof that he visited certain places and moments, and I believe that this gave him this satisfaction of producing something very beautiful out of a beautiful journey, out of a beautiful trip, and that gave him the motivation to keep on going. And of course, meeting people, which is amazing, but I am not sure if he created a separate book about his trips. I would love him to tell me that. I'm not sure. I will do research on more on his work, but I'm not sure if he actually did that book or he interviewed people like he wanted, or just to meet people. But I really believe that he managed to satisfy this need that he had to explore the world and explore like different states by traveling and putting Maddie on top of things. And when I saw this work and the way he's processing his images and the way he frames them, he really reminded me of photographers that they use Polaroid images from back in the early 90s or maybe late 80s. Fine art photographers who their whole purpose was living the moment, and capturing the moment was mainly like their receipt of buying a product, and their most of their purpose was to actually live that specific moment, kind of like a performance, like a performance art, where I'm just continuously like showing you pictures of the book because it's truly amazing. So I really think that this is not just mainly a funny book with a dog on top of things. This is, in a way, his way to snap a picture of that moment that meant a lot to him, and which is part of a journey. And I really appreciate that. I really like photographers who they see beyond just a page or just a picture. They see deeper, and I really respect, and I wish I had the energy, and I wish I had the I can't even start talking about this. I wish I could do that, just to be determined and have the discipline to find a theme, find a technique, and keep doing it without having the interference and the negative motivation and inspiration from things that, yes, that they might be beautiful and cute and interesting, but you don't want that. It will deviate you from your goal. And I really appreciate people who actually make projects, and it's not just a picture. It has a deep meaning behind it. That's why I was really surprised when I read his text on the book explaining like how this was led to it, because before that I would just assume that it's just a photographer who likes to pose and do like a directed photography, and I'm like, that's cute, that's actually pretty good. I've seen similar work with, not necessarily with dogs, but I love directed photography, and I thought that was the case. But with him there's a deeper meaning. It's his journey, and instead of showing you portraits of people or locations and generally like a documented street photography, he's showing you this, and this is the icon, and behind it there's this story. And if you want to learn the story, you gotta meet the man. And I would love to meet him, because I want to learn more about, say, for example, this picture, like who took him there in that location. Did he meet a person, and the person say, hey, you know what, I have this weird looking structure, maybe we could go there and take a picture of Maddie. And that symbolizes the relationship with him and the stranger who he met through his journey. That's what I like about it. I don't know if it makes sense. Right. But yeah, I love his work. Like it's endless. It's endless. And I'm not sure if his journey has ended, because I've seen him on Instagram. I will put the link on his on the description, and so you can guys follow him and get his book. I believe he settled down. I think because I've seen him posting like him building his house. But I'm not sure if this project for him ended. And I'm really looking forward to see what else he's gonna do. But either way, it doesn't matter, because he created a beautiful project, and he concluded it. He concluded it. Like, he thought, he planned, he did, and then it's done. And this is the receipt of his journey, of what he did. And I'm always looking for photographers that they have this mindset in their heads, and they really, really inspire me, because I've done a book, and I've been working on a new book for this past year, and I'm working on it every now and then. I'm at this point now where I've set it up, and I've written what I want to write, and I need new footage, need new pictures, and I need new material. And especially when it comes to a project like this, it's hard to come up with a picture or a situation that's perfect for that subject. So it's taking longer than I thought for my project, but I like his work. It's very consistent. You know what it is. It's a lot, but not too much. It's very unique. It has a theme behind it. It has a history behind it. It has depth. I love his book. I highly recommend it to follow his work and buy the book. I like the book because it's like something solid that I like to go through it. Um, and yeah, I will. I have ordered a bunch of books of photographers because I have a lot of books, but they are all in Greece because that's where my hometown is, and my parents' house. I have a lot of books there, but because of COVID, um, and because it's so far away, and some of the books are huge and very heavy, and I can't tell my parents to ship them. That's gonna cost a huge amount of money. So I had to reorder some to come here, and they're on their way. So there are at least two books that I want to talk about those photographers. So stay tuned because those two books that I ordered are very important photographers to me, and I really think that they have contributed enormously in photography, especially in fine art photography. So um, uh, stay tuned, and please let me know if you have any photographers that you would like me to analyze and talk about. Let me know. I'm very open and suggestions. And thank you for watching, and I see you guys in the next episode.